everyone, welcome to ChaatNChat. My name is Josh.
My name is Miguel.
And we're watching Panchayat Season 3, Episode 8. This is the finale of the season, and then we only have a short duration to wait until Season 4 comes out. It comes out in June, so we're just in time to then go right off of this, jump into Season 4, hopefully, and then we'll watch
Exciting.
that. And yeah, because this is really shaping up to be a really fun season so far, so I don't know. It's almost an hour long, this episode, which is unusual because most of them have been around like
Really
30
short,
some minutes.
yeah.
And we can only show small portions of the episode at a time here on YouTube. So if you want to watch an unedited version and sync up your copy with us, you can do that by going to our Patreon page by clicking the link that's in the description of this video, and it'll be like we're watching it together. You can also find early access, members polls, and our live stream. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing, sharing, a like button पर तब पर मारो.
विधायक का घर मिल गया है. आप खाली टेम्पो भेज दीजिएगा बस. लौटते समय आपको रिंकी को बाजार से उठा लेंगे. Have fun.
Have fun? I mean, he has a part to play, and he's playing it.
Yeah.
घोड़ा खरीदना है.
कौन गांव से?
जनपुरा.
Oh,
Whoa.
that was, he's like, man, I'm living large, larger than I like.
Dude, what a great, like, persona. Like, wow, that was great acting, actually. Yeah?
ये घोड़ा कौन से वैरायटी का है?
घोड़े का वैरायटी नहीं, ब्रीड होता है.
Who do you, like...
कौन सा ब्रीड है? मारवाड़ी, काठियावाड़ी, सिंधी, पंजाबी, भूटिया, मणिपुरी.
Oh, he knows.
पंजाबी.
पंजाबी में क्या है?
नुकरा.
नुकरा.
Did he study this?
He must
That was
have.
really impressive.
दाम तो हम बता देते हैं, लेकिन तुम्हारी गाड़ी से महंगा पड़ेगा.
Dude.
Don't be assessing, don't be judging. Oh, did you catch that? He scoped out his clothes.
It's like, yeah, you're talking, dude. Like, I see those shoes you're wearing.
We brought cash.
गिन लो. और दाम के ऊपर जो पैसा बच जाए, उसका थोड़ा मिठाई खा लेना. चांदी के बरखे वाला.
Wow.
Yeah. He's using that persona for good.
Yeah.
How connected was he with this horse?
I don't.
Obviously a lot.
तुमसे अलग होना कितना मुश्किल हो रहा है हमारे लिए.
Oh, well, the horse is super affectionate too.
लोग कहते हैं कि हम जानवरों के प्रति क्रूर हैं. फिर ये आंसू कहाँ से आ रहे हैं? दिल से आ रहे हैं, मेरे दिल से.
I don't know. That's coming off pretty fake. We know what kind of guy he is.
हम तुमको बेचना नहीं चाहते, लेकिन वो पंडित जी ने कहा कि पशु पक्षी से दूर रहने के लिए.
It also could be not so much that he's losing a symbol that maybe is really what he's upset. So, but yes, the horse represents that. So.
तू समझेगा, बुरा नहीं मानेगा, बुरा नहीं मानेगा तू.
Oh, even they're like, yeah, it's touching. I mean, it's true. I mean,
Yeah.
Who knows? We don't know his story.
आप लोगों का बच्चा है क्या?
Not yet.
सितारा आज से आपका बच्चा हुआ. हम आएंगे कभी कभी इससे मिलने के. कौन सा गांव बताएं?
जनपुरा विधायक. वो आधार कार्ड का फोटोकॉपी ले लिए.
Oh no. If he comes to visit. Oh, that's so bad.
जा, जा बेटा, जा, 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 ले जाओ.
Whew. Wow, the guy has a heart, actually. A soft spot for the animals. I mean, not everyone is all bad.
Yeah. Well, that gives you a little bit of taste of how bad it could be now.
Yeah, if he finds out. I mean, now we know he's that connected to the horse, and if he does find out, yeah,
there
there's
will
going to be blood.
There will be big humiliation, upset.
Have a welcoming party for this horse.
Do they have a place? They should create a very nice stable for him.
हाँ बाबा जी. घर वापस आ गए. कुछ सुनाई नहीं दे रहा है. घर पहुंच के बात करते हैं.
अब आप दामाद नहीं रहे, गांव के बेटा बन गए हो.
Aww.
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद.
गांव का बेटा क्या धन्यवाद मत कहिए. ये तो हमारा फर्ज था।
जीते रहो।
Oh, I like his comeback story. I hated him. Now I like him.
फुलेरा में स्वागत है, आइए आइए।
फुलेरा का स्वागत है। वाह.
गांव का चक्कर लगाया जाए।
चलिए लगाते हैं चक्कर लगाएंगे हमको अपना फुलेरा।
Take him on a tour.
हमारे फुलेरा
And that way, if he
The
gets
pride of Fulera.
that way, if he gets lost, he at least knows his surroundings a little bit.
Oh no, Bhushan is gonna. Of course, it's gotta be him.
छुट्टन बाबू ये का अनर्थ कर दिए।
He's so mad.
They wanted to take care of the horse. They wanted to make sure it was safe.
Away from the animal abuser.
Yeah, exactly.
What?
No.
No, wait.
Oh, he just had to,
Make sure it's working.
I guess.
Unless he had an animal on the inside he just took out.
Yeah.
गोली टेस्ट कर रहे थे। तैयार हो जाओ।
Oh, wow.
फुलेरा पर हमला करना है।
What? What a thug! Holy crap!
But if you get this all on camera.
No, he's done. He
video-
doesn't even care. Like, he does not care. He is out for blood right now. That's insane, bringing guns. I wouldn't have told, so if I worked for him, I wouldn't have told him. I would have just let him believe. Oh. Well, they did have guns of their own too, remember? Like,
नहीं विधायक जी गलत हो जाएगा विधायक जी।
खून खराबा से आज तक किसी का भला हुआ है बताइए। गाड़ी हटा सामने से, नहीं तो तुम लोगों को ही गोली मार के अपना काम शुरू करेंगे।
हाथ जोड़ते हैं विधायक जी।
हाथ जोड़ रहे हैं।
Bhushan, this is all your fault, man.
हमरा घोड़ा वो लोग उड़ा के लेके गया है। क्या कर रहा था बे तुम लोग? कहाँ था? तो काहे इतना खिसिया रहे? देखिए माथा पर पसीना आ गया है। ए छोटन भाई पानी पिलाइए।
पानी प्लीज।
पिस्टल पकड़। पानी पी लीजिए। साला पानी पिला रहा हमको। तू कहाँ था बे? तू कहाँ था?
This guy's spiraling. Everyone should witness that.
Yeah.
Someone needs to take him out quick.
अभी बज रहा है 3 बजे तक हमरा घोड़ा इधर से आता हुआ नहीं दिखाई दिया। याद रखना। फिर गोली गिनेंगे नहीं हम।
Jeez. What a.
At least Bhushan tried to
2
stop
hours,
him.
clear everyone out of the village.
No, I mean, he knows he did wrong.
जब तक गांव में खून की नदी नहीं बहेगी, तब तक प्रधान जी को शांति नहीं मिलने वाला।
What?
खून की नदियां बहाएंगे, फिर उसमें कूद के छपक छपक नहाएंगे।
अब समझ में आया गांव वाले आपको बनराकस क्यों बुलाते हैं।
Oh,
Yeah.
मैं सवाल फिर से दोहरा रहा हूँ, हमें घोड़ा लौटाना चाहिए या फिर उसके लिए लड़ना चाहिए।
लौटा देना चाहिए।
These people are mad.
बम बहादुरवा का अगर इंटरव्यू नहीं कराए होते तो ये सब हुक्म नहीं करता।
ये सीधा सीधा लड़ाई प्रधान जी और विधायक जी का है, गांव का लड़ाई है ही नहीं।
I see what they're doing now.
कैसे गांव का लड़ाई नहीं है? हाँ? अरे उस साला विधायक गांव के एक आदमी को धमकाता है और प्रधान जी उस आदमी का सपोर्ट करते हैं।
Right.
ये गांव का लड़ाई कैसे नहीं हुआ?
ए मंदबुद्धि।
Oh,
अपना पॉलिटिक्स चमकाने के लिए तुम्हारा सपोर्ट किए हैं, समझ में आता है कि नहीं?
तो भैया आप भी दे दिए होते सपोर्ट। हाँ?
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
true.
Even your, yeah.
आप तो उल्टा हमसे बोले कि बम बहादुर विधायक से डर के माफी मांग लो।
Yeah.
Not looking great for him.
लेकिन मेन बात है कि सपोर्ट किए।
सही है, ये बात सही है। सपोर्ट किए।
बैठ जाइए, अम्मा बैठ।
Okay, now what, Bhushan?
लौटा दिए तो गांव का इज्जत जाएगा और रख लिए तो जान जाएगा।
हम लोग ना बेफालतू में परेशान हो रहे हैं। विधायक अगर बंदूक दिखा रहा है तो हमको बंदूक दिखा देनी चाहिए। हवाबाजी का जवाब हवाबाजी से।
Oh, man.
प्रधान जी के पास दुनाली है, ये परमेश्वर भाई के पास एक है दुनाली।
They have automatic rifles, though.
अरे भाई हम कब से कह रहे हैं ये ससुर विधायक हवाबाजी कर रहा है, आप लोगों को डरने की जरूरत नहीं है।
They're not shallow. They're now deranged.
Yeah, but what if someone in the village like gets injured like that?
सचिव जी, आपको क्या लगता है?
He plays it safe.
गोली चलानी होती तब तक चला देता वो।
सही में।
और अगर हवाबाजी नहीं हुआ, सही में किसी को गोली लग गया तो?
Who's going to take that responsibility?
इतना रिस्क तो लेना पड़ेगा। बाकी आप प्रधान हैं, आपको जो फैसला सही लगे।
ठीक है, घोड़ा गांव में ही रहेगा। पर
This is going to get messy.
पहला गोली हमारा तरफ से नहीं चलना चाहिए।
And they should try and get media there and
If they see the legislator guy have a gun and coming to the village, it's
that
gonna
would
look so bad.
that would ruin his career.
I mean, eating a dog kind of ruined his career too
But-
already.
but yeah.
Yeah, this would make it worse.
He'd never be able to recover.
Oh man, that cane.
Oh, he has one of his own.
Of course he does. He's like, never know. Going to war, my lady. He's like such like a like how he was carrying it.
Rinky gonna be there at the door?
Dude, you're bringing a cane to a gunfight.
इतने लोग काफी रहेंगे।
Oh, here we go. Oh, I like that he attached a sickle to his. Nice.
पहली बात तो ये कि गोली चलेगी नहीं, और दूसरी बात ये कि मान लो अगर गोली चल जाए तो सबको पता है क्या करना है। हाँ! क्या करना है? बात कर देना है। समय आ गया है गांव की शांति के लिए बलिदान देने का। बलिदान?
अब किसका बलिदान देना है?
The horse?
अपना।
What? This guy's got too much ego for that.
नेता वाला काम करते हैं।
Okay, maybe he could be the middleman. Maybe he'll do what's right in the end.
Maybe.
मेहमान नहीं दिख रहे हैं।
तो गांव वालों के चक्कर में बेटी को विधवा बना देगा।
But I think he's still gonna show up.
उनको पीछे खेत के रास्ते से बाहर निकाल दिए। अब यहाँ से हम देखेंगे।
He might be bringing other villagers from another village.
पहला चौवा से निशाना लगा लेंगे।
Hey.
Yeah.
सावधान भैया। तैयार है।
Needs a little protection. If he's gonna be firing, he should be laying down.
प्रधान जी।
It's about to start.
देखिए।
Oh no. Oh, the white flag. Okay.
They're gonna do their truce thing.
Right in the
Again,
middle.
why didn't Abhishek should have called the media?
अगर गांव पे गोली चला तो सबसे पहला गोली हम खाएंगे।
नहीं भौजाई, हम खाएंगे। हम खाएंगे। खा लेना ससुर, भौंक काय रहे हो?
गिरगिट कहीं।
लोकल थाना प्रभारी हमारे साथ में ही, हम उनकी बाइक में बैठ के तुरंत पहुंच गए मैडम। भरोसा रखिए डीएम मैडम, एक गोली नहीं चल रही। विधायक जी हमारे सामने ही है, बात कराएगा।
With a gun.
क्षेत्र की कानून व्यवस्था की जिम्मेदारी तो एक हिसाब से आप पे भी है। अब आप ही ये सब करेंगे तो फिर कैसे चलेगा भाई?
हम 15 मिनट और इंतजार करेंगे बस।
It was a valid transaction.
चलिए दरोगा जाइए। कहाँ? आइए दरोगा जी, चलिए आप जल्दी फुलेरा चलिए, स्टार्ट कीजिए इसको।
You should probably be calling in some backup.
Yeah.
मैडम आपको पता है ना कि गोली लगने से आदमी मर भी सकता है।
Yeah.
जी हमें पता है, लेकिन शायद विधायक को नहीं पता।
मैडम वो तो पगला आदमी है, न जाने कैसे किसका वोट पाके विधायक बन गया है।
For sure.
आप लोग काहे पागलपन के कंपटीशन में घुसे जा रहे हैं?
हम तो बस अपना बचाव कर रहे हैं और कुछ नहीं।
True. And as you said, it's a fair trade. I mean, they bought the horse fair and square.
मैडम घोड़ा किधर है?
It's somewhere here.
आ गया मनोज।
Uh-oh. Dude, their firepower is so much bigger than theirs, though. Assault rifles and stuff. Oh, dude, this is really intense for this show.
Very intense.
I never
for this
expected something like this.
All it takes is for one person to get trigger.
जैसे गोली चलाओ ना, जोर से हमला बोल दीजिएगा.
ठीक है. अरे क्या ठीक है भाई? ये क्या डकैतों वाला काम कर रहा है?
Is it the one above him?
सब रुके रहेंगे. डीएम मैडम का फोन है. कोई गोली नहीं चलेगा. 2 मिनट का ब्रेक. 2 मिनट रुकिए.
Yeah, your gun's not gonna do anything, dude.
हम और थाना प्रभारी जी एकदम बीच में खड़े हैं अपना जान हथेली में लेके. जी?
Is she telling him to move aside?
जी बात कर लीजिए.
Hello.
सांसद जी को लाइन पे ले रहे हैं.
It's gone all the way up.
भैया प्रणाम.
कुत्ता कबूतर मारना एक बात.
हम कुत्ता नहीं मारे पर कबूतर अपने आप मर गया.
Maybe if you were a nicer guy.
Yep.
क्या करना चाहिए क्या नहीं करना चाहिए ये बात हम तुम्हारे विवेक पे छोड़ते हैं.
Wow.
ध्यान रखना. जय हिंद.
I don't know that guy's position. They said
I don't
like
either.
parliament. I don't know how high in parliament. I don't know.
DM, deputy minister.
I think that's the lady though. Is the DM. Oh man, this guy's nuts. He's like, you shoot in the air, I'll shoot in the air too, man.
That's
Not
right.
scaring anyone here. Whew.
I think I'm sweating.
That was intense. How is this guy a politician? Wow, that's a huge win. Like, for Pradhanji, the whole village will see him as like a big hero now.
Yes.
But that fight is not over yet.
No,
like that's gonna come back.
It's just been put off for another day and in some other incantation. And you know that there's still stuff going on there too. After 15 days, okay. 2 weeks gone by, let's see what happens now.
परीक्षा में माथा एकदम शांत रखिएगा.
शुरू में कैसे बौखलाए रहते थे.
सही बात. शायद पहले फ्यूचर नहीं दिख रहा था इसलिए अब कुछ दिखने लगा है.
जिला टॉप. तो चलिए ना लेट हो जाएगा गाड़ी छूट जाएगा. चलिए रिसेक सर बढ़िए चलिए.
Well, he's in a very good mood, not that stressed out. That's good.
हाँ नहीं एक बार एग्जाम हो जाए फिर बनारस घूमते हैं. चल ठीक मिलते.
But who is Bhushan calling?
बस वाला बड़ा देर लगा दिया.
नहीं आ जाएगा.
Maybe did Bhushan call to have the bus late?
इस बार MBA निकल जाएगा तो आगे क्या प्लान है?
वही 2 साल पढ़ाई फिर जॉब फिर शादी फिर बच्चे यही सब है और क्या है.
Wait, so he's got to do even more studying?
सोच रहे हैं कि जो बचा हुआ पैसा है ना उससे 1 दर्जन घोड़ा खरीद लें.
What? And do what with them?
तुमको दे रहे तुम ले नहीं रहे तो क्या करें?
आपका पैसा हम कैसे ले लें?
काहे कि तुम हमको चाचा बोलते हो और तुम्हारा बेटा बेटी हमको दादा बोलेंगे. तो दादा होने के नाते हम उनको अपनी संपत्ति दे सकते.
He's got you there, man.
आ गया बस. रुको.
आजा.
Very slow moving bus. Oh my gosh!
Did anyone get hit?
हाँ बैठिए.
He looks okay.
अरे सब ठीक है भाई.
आ जाओ. समझिए आप ठीक है.
Maybe they were blanks?
अरे वो फिर से आ रहा है. अरे भागो.
सचिन जी परीक्षा है आपका. जाइए.
But who is he after?
Yeah,
like, who are they shooting at?
I think they're after the secretary.
Good thing they're horrible shots. That bus is never going to stop in this town again.
You could have gone straight out on him.
jeez. Oh my God. What is their plan?
हाँ सर, हम लोग सुरक्षित हैं सर। ये लोग पीछे तो नहीं आ रहे ना? बस आप सर परीक्षा पर ध्यान लगाइए सर, हम लोग संभाल लेंगे सर। अरे सर आप फोकस कीजिए ना परीक्षा पे। हाँ मैं कल शाम तक तो आ ही जाऊंगा। बस आप सर परीक्षा पर।
Maybe they're just trying to scare him.
प्रधान कौन है बे?
हमारे प्रधान।
नहीं नहीं नहीं, हम हैं प्रधान।
अरे हम हैं प्रधान, क्या कर लेगा बे? हैं?
If they leave a cliffhanger like that.
Who was it that got shot?
Pardon.
कंधा पर लगा है लेकिन खतरा से बाहर है।
गुस्से में कुछ नहीं करना है।
क्या बोल रहे हो?
सचिव जी, खून की एक एक बूंद का हिसाब लिया जाएगा।
They're not totally sure who did it yet, right?
विधायक पर FIR हो गया है। FIR?
गिरफ्तार भी हो जाएगा। लेकिन सोचने वाली बात यह है कि आप लोग की लोकेशन का टिप कौन दिया?
सबको पता है किसने दिया टिप।
Bhushan.
चला दी। कहाँ? गांव और कहाँ?
Did he take the test though?
Yeah, he said that they had said he had finished the test. Of course, you know who's going to show up to. Yeah, it's just.
Oh, you better turn your ass right around.
आज किसको गोली मारने आया है? ए बाबू ए, तनी आराम से। क्या करेगा? आवाज नीचे रख। गोली मारेगा?
इधर आराम से। किसी के हाथ में दिख रहा है?
Of course not. He's playing the game.
हमने गोली नहीं चलवाया है, इसलिए।
Wrong.
गजब बेहया आदमी हो बे तुम।
अबे कटफड़वा, अगर हम गोली चलवाए होते ना, तो तेरा प्रधान आज जिंदा नहीं रहता।
And again, that's the threat that he keeps.
लड़ाई के 2 हफ्ते में प्रधान पे गोली चलवा देंगे।
Man, he's still backing this guy up.
और कौन चलाए?
शांत रह।
And if there was an investigation, could easily just Bhushan's number would show that, yeah.
पंचायत का इलेक्शन आने वाला है, सहानुभूति तो चाहिए, तो खुद ही चलवा लिया हो अपने ऊपर गोली।
That's so lame.
कहा भरोसा सही में चलवा लियो? थोड़ा कपटी आदमी तो है।
Oh, the ring.
Yeah.
और हमरा थोबड़ा के देख रहा, मारो रे।
Oh gosh, bunch of. Yeah, because you show him those moves, man.
अगर लग गया तो गया तू।
What do you think was gonna happen if you show up here?
Yeah.
Oh. Yo, he's like, hey, be careful.
Not hitting me.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he
when-
couldn't
yeah,
escape
yeah.
unscathed.
Yeah.
But that's...
Now it's I've hit him, so now he's.
Oh, dang.
Okay, let's go at it, bro.
Yo, he's wanted to do that for a long time.
The security guard there at the hospital is like, unless it involves the hospital, I'm not involved.
No, he arrested him. All of them? Yeah.
Oh, they're gonna all have a.
They're all beat up. Everyone, oh my gosh. That got really out of hand.
वो पूछना भूल गए थे।
How'd you test him?
बढ़िया। जय।
पुलिस केस लगने पे IIM में एडमिशन मिलता है क्या?
Oh, you don't think about that.
हो गया सबका चुल्लसान, मिल गई कलेजे को ठंडक। कहाँ है सर? क्या होगा इस देश का?
This probably was quite the news.
Yep, and she's like, oh, should have taken care of this earlier.
आगामी पंचायत चुनाव के मद्देनजर बलिया जिला प्रशासन साफ सुथरे चुनाव करवाने के लिए पूरी तरह से तैयार और कटिबद्ध है। अगर कोई भी चुनावी प्रत्याशी शराब या पैसे बांटते या हथियार लहराते पकड़ा जाता है तो बिना किसी झिझक के उसके खिलाफ न्यायोचित कार्रवाई की जाएगी।
प्रधान जी पे गोली कौन चलवाया?
He really only has 2 enemies.
जांच का विषय है ये तो।
Yeah.
Mystery.
जिले में शांतिपूर्वक और निष्पक्ष चुनाव करवाने के लिए सीआरपीएफ की 2 कंपनी सहित 10,000 से अधिक जवानों की तैनाती की जाएगी।
Whoa.
लग तो रहा है कि पंचायत इलेक्शन आ गया।
Yep. Wow.
And if that's the lead up to the election, how ugly is the election gonna get?
Man.
Okay.
Woo!
Yeah, I never expected.
I didn't expect it to get. I was like going, okay, he's just gonna come and he's just gonna antagonize, but I didn't think that it would explode like that. But there's so much energy that it had to.
Well,
yeah.
The series so far is, I mean, there has been some like more heavy topics discussed.
Right.
And so we've seen some drama and some very emotional scenes and that sort of stuff. But this is the first time I've ever seen the series escalate that much, where it's like people getting guns and pointing them at each other in the fights. And then this last one, you know what I really liked about this is there were no background sort of like noise or music to try to like make the fight scene like over the top. Like this was kind of one of those things. I don't know if you've ever witnessed like a street brawl
was
before,
a street brawl,
but this was kind of that thing where you're just kind of standing around, you're watching it, and it's like everyone, like anyone that I've ever seen, it was like no one wanted to go so far to like seriously injure somebody, but they were going as far as like, okay, we're gonna like beat them up and you know like injure them. But you know, and you could see that they were kind of holding back. But then they were like, oh man, I don't know. It felt real, like that. I was actually like watching like some like a bunch of guys on the street just like beating each other.
It's a frat party that went out of control.
Yeah, or something.
Yeah,
I mean, geez.
yeah.
Turf battle or
turf
something.
battle. Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That was rough. I mean, the whole season as a whole was kind of a very different vibe. I mean, it still kept the original elements, like a lot of the village stuff, and you know, we were deep into a lot of the things like village life and you know, the housing, and then the east versus the west, and you know, that sort of stuff. And then
terrible road.
Terrible road, but also what people are willing to risk for like their image and whatnot, that they're like, wait, I can't have that. You know, I don't want them to make it seem like I fell. It's going to be humiliating to know that I fell off my bike or something. They're going to laugh at me. And it's like, you know, all these things about image and whatnot, that's really important. And
well,
you know, so
and
it's interesting to
and,
see that.
And some of the other things that need, you know, respect and integrity.
I was really shocked that Bushin just did not relent. He's gonna die on that hill.
Yeah, he's drank the Kool-Aid, as they say. You know, this is the sad thing for me that I see is he has his 2 little sidekicks. That quite honestly, I think if Bushin wasn't there, they'd be in with the rest of the village. Okay? But he somehow or another has the hook in them and distorts things for them so that they understand it in a way that suddenly feels as, hey, I'm going to rise up with you. And so that's what really bothers me a lot, is when I see that, when you get that. And even the legislator himself has done that to a bunch of his own goons as well. And it's like they don't see that, you know, this dude is not working in my best interest, or India's or anybody else's interests. It's just his.
What I think I actually believe the legislator guy that he didn't order the hit. What I think is that Bushin knows that the automatic suspect is going to be him.
Right.
And so Bushin is so upset about this because it was clearly targeted about the chief, right? And being the Pradhan, right? So you go and you target the Pradhan and you shoot him. But again, Bushin was not there to kill, because the MLA was absolutely right. If he was going to order a hit, he would order a hit and have him killed, right? Like for sure.
Right.
So that's why I think it was Bushin, because they had him locked down. They had a gun point blank on him. If they wanted to kill him, they could. They could have unloaded the clip on him, but they didn't. They just sent a message by shooting him in the shoulder.
Right.
So I think that was very specific instructions by Bushin. So that's why I think that it was actually him, and knowing that the MLA guy would take the fall for it. Because I mean he's a clever fox.
Yes,
like
but he
Bushin
did not.
is a fox.
But as you said, the MLA guy, the legislator, basically said, "Why would I? I mean, if I were going to do it, I would make it happen."
Yeah.
And then that's when Bushin kind of stepped in to try and somehow now realize that, oh, this is not the way that I wanted it to play out, because now this is not going the way
I don't know. I think he's enjoying enjoying it, because that's why he
and
backed
his wife
him up.
enjoy the drama, and they're always trying to, she started with just the sandals. I'm like, wow, man.
So I'm guessing the next season is going to be about the election, because
Has
we've
to
been
be.
talking about the election for a while. Because since season 1, like Bushin was like really against the Pradhanji and thinking that he could do a better job, and then season 2 it even escalated. And here this was right. I mean, the elections are upon us. So.
I guess the one thing that I would like to maybe we need to do some homework is try and maybe understand how the elections work a little bit, because they were.
Panchayat?
Yeah, in Panchayat and in India, just so that I can understand who some of these people are and how things work. Because they bring in all these people, like, I'm like, who are they referring to, and why is this? And it just doesn't make sense to me, because again, it's not the system that I'm used to in terms of election. Like they say that they're going to contest the election. I'm like,
well, no, contest. So they're saying ladai, right? Ladai means to like fight, but they translate it as like contest, but it's like to fight in the election. So it's not like to contest,
to
because
challenge. It should be like a challenge.
Yeah.
We
because they translated that weird. So because like I heard, when I was listening to it, because when we say contest in our elections, if you contest an election, it means that you're like saying that you're disputing the election results.
Yeah.
Whereas, so they didn't mean that. What they mean is like ladai, where they're going to fight in the election. They're going to like compete in the election. Right.
Challenge each other.
Challenge the election.
Okay.
But even challenge, you could use challenge to say you're challenging the results.
Exactly.
So I think to fight in the election is better.
Yeah.
And that is actually what they were saying, ladai. So it's not, and when I read the subtitles, I was wondering if you understood that or not. But yeah, it is to contest.
After a certain point, I was like going, okay, it must mean you're going to run, you're going to help, or
and so you
be involved. Yeah.
It's like your party, right? Like so you create, because a panchayat like comes from like panch, right? So five. And so you have the members of your panchayat, and I think then, if I'm not mistaken, I heard one of them. There's like a ward, then there's the secretary chief or something like that, and then you have the secretary, which I think is appointed. Like I don't think they get to choose that. Anyway, yeah, I too, like I think it's great, especially since the next season will probably be about the election, that we read into it and learn more about it.
Yeah, that'd be great.
But what I'm really interested to know in the comments, please let me know what you guys think. Who ordered the hit? Do you think it was the MLA guy? Do you think it was Bushin? Maybe Bushin's wife. Like, because she wasn't even there. So what I think, maybe he texted her and like, oh man, I'm so like the secretary's about to leave or something like that. Like he's on his way out. He's headed to the bus stop. I mean, I would not put it past the wife to be like, you know what? I know a cousin of a cousin who has a gun that doesn't mind doing my dirty work. Like, I could totally see her like calling in the shadows, be like, okay, he's gonna be there. The bus is supposed to be at this time.
As she pulls up her little.
You know what? I'm changing my vote. That's who I think it is. I think it's Bushin's wife.
Yeah.
100%. Okay, but you guys let us know in the comments. What do you think? How'd you feel about the season? I mean, it was interesting. What were your favorite parts? What was your favorite part?
Well, I gotta say, I liked the car scene. The car scene where Rinky wouldn't let him sit in the back. I was like, I got a whole lot of that. And then when she was with her friend, and then you're saying, yeah, let's swap seats and everything. And then it's like Rinky's like, yeah. And I love that. I think that's showing their relationship is progressing, even though they both still have a little bit of the standoffishness and not so directness with each other.
And her friend because girls and even guys and their friends, they talk about like, oh yeah, I like this guy, but I'm like so nervous, like what do I do? How do I approach it? And then she's like, oh, don't worry, I got
I'll
your
help you
back.
out.
But then like secretly, and like your friend that trying to be the wingman or something, and then you go out and then it's like, oh hey, why don't you like sit here?
Yeah,
I'll
sit
scoot
here.
to the side.
I'll move over,
And then he's like,
You two go on. We'll be right behind you.
Yeah. My favorite part was the grandma. She was so good. Like she just had expressions and the way she would kind of like go like this and she'd smile and she had these knowing eyes and then she'd be like, oh, I'm making this work.
This
and
is
she
working.
just, oh wow, she probably plays chess. And she's probably really good at it. I mean, she's a shark.
Yeah.
She's so that was my favorite part.
And I think also him getting out of his dark hole. I think that was
Prahlad.
Prahlad, there you go.
Yeah.
Getting him out of his dark hole, I think, was pretty major, and it came in and out of all the other stories. I loved how that was tying in and coming about, and it's continuing to come up time and time again, and I like that. So
especially since they didn't do it where it was like filmy, I guess you would call it, where it's like all of a sudden something happens and then he's like 100% better after that, and he's like, oh, you know what, you're right, I'm better. But it was like a slippery, I mean, it was a slow climb for him. And it was like he could see a little bit, but then you saw he was drinking at the end. And you're like, oh, he still has some work to do. And it's not something that is healed overnight or anything like that, but then it's like the support around you, and then seeing the family, and then him and the grandma, again, the grandma that got him to start cleaning and cleaning up his like house and just kind of like taking care of himself and saying like, look, you're still here. And that's the thing, like you're telling me I'm still here and I have family around me. Well, I'm telling you that I'm your family now and I'm still around here and you're still here. So while you're still here, you need to take care of yourself, and you have this money. It doesn't mean you have to use it on yourself, but like you're left with your son's legacy, and what is that legacy going to be? How are you going to use this money? And I think he's been finding like really nice ways to like talk about it. And since Vikas is like, he's like, you call me uncle and your kids are going to call me grandpa. Like it's my duty then to like take care of you guys. So I mean, I think it's you did bring up a good point. I mean, Prahlad's story here, I was really worried with how they're going to take that, because I watch the series and I watch it and I always expect a good laugh and all that sort of stuff. But then at the same time, you see these stories and it's so real.
It's so real, and you worry because you're like, oh, please don't let something bad happen.
Yeah, and then when the guys with the guns, I mean, they kind of made it a little silly, because then they were like, oh, hold it. But then at the same time, you're like, I'm kind of laughing, but then at the same time, I'm really scared for someone gonna get shot.
Well, we've seen enough where it's like, okay, crazy man with a gun, and he's trying to be nice and everything, and you think, okay, well, maybe he's switched into his decent mode, and then suddenly he's back to crazy, and you're just like, I don't know what to do here. You're crazy on me.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But the series definitely had a lot of like ups and downs and ups and downs, and it was a roller coaster.
Yeah.
So I'm interested in the comments. Please let us know your favorite part of the season, because that would be fun to like read, because maybe there's parts that I forgot or something like that, other than the grandma. She's like very memorable. And then also, who put the hit on Bhushan? On Prahlad. Prahlad.
Sorry.
Okay. And who put the hit on the Pradhanji? Because it was clearly targeted. They're after him. If they're after Sachivji, they would have been chasing the bus and maybe followed it until he got off the bus, right? Like secretly. So who put the hit on Pradhanji? And, did he put it on himself?
Yeah.
What was that look at the end when he was in the hospital bed and he's like, uh-oh. Like, well, I don't think he's the type though.
Well, the thing is that it was looking as though what they had said is the constable, and I didn't quite understand the other role of the guy that was working with the constable and
sitting at the desk.
Yeah, saying, oh, it looks like an election, and she was just making the announcement of anything that was going on around this would be. That contestant would be eliminated. And so I was like, well, because some of them going to be eliminated,
Well, but they can't run anyway, right? I don't know if you could run within the party, because the people holding a gun, Prahlad was holding a gun, and the MLA guy was holding a gun.
Right.
But the group that no one was holding a gun, was Bhushan and his crew sitting there with the white flag. So they were the only ones. But although Pradhanji's wife, she was not holding a weapon.
Right. But technically, she's the one that holds the office.
Right, and that's what I'm saying is that. But I don't know then if you can have a party, like if that means you can't be even part of the Panchayat if you were holding a weapon. So I don't know. Explain that too, because I'm very curious. Like, what did that mean at the end with the DM?
It's kind of like everybody was like, it was kind of like he asked, can you get the position you want if you have a charge against you?
Right.
And if they have a charge against them, they can't be in the election. So I'm like going, oh man, this is, and I think the constable and the gentleman sitting with the constable were kind of like going, we have power right here now.
Yeah, are they going to give him a record?
If they give him a charge, then
and
or if they choose one side over the other.
Oh, you know, is it going to be like an auction? Like, okay, there's that side and this side. Like, who's going to win the bid wars for the bribe so that we'll give one side the.
Yeah, see,
my mind. Oh man, I don't even think that deep about it, dude. That's rough. Oh, okay. Well, fortunately, we don't have that long to wait because it is going to be June. And so we'll be seeing more episodes soon.
Cool.
So if you guys followed along with us, thank you so much. And you know,
a lot of fun.
Let us know. Are you interested? Like, are you excited for season 4? Because we certainly are. I was just so worried. Like, how far can you take this? But apparently, pretty darn far. So, but I'm in it. I'm in it. So let's go. Thank you so much. And if you enjoyed these videos and you want to watch more of these videos with us, then please be sure to subscribe, share, a like button, pat maro.